Hi everyone, and welcome to my second Sweet of the Month video for the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite. It is in the mini catalog for July to December 2021. It has some really great fun products that make me want to get ready and start doing some holiday baking. So you can order the Suite collection all at once, or you can order the individual components. The stamp set is on this other page and it has great samples in the catalog for you to look at and reference. The frosted gingerbread is the stamp set for this suite, and it comes with the gingerbread dies if you order it as a bundle, and you save 10% that way. So you have all these pieces that cut out from these designer series paper, as well as the stamped images. You have 12 beautiful patterns, and actually they're double-sided, so it would be 24 beautiful patterns. One thing I discovered that I'm really excited about is you have these dies that cut out these peppermint candies, and you have this one that is 3, and if you line it up, you can cut out 3 of those in 3 different sizes all at the same time. You also have these other elements to make your own peppermint candies. I'll show you that. I have some already in this little stamp case that I've done. So you cut out the white circles, and then you have the other part that you can do in red or green or whatever color you would like. There is also these pretty PILLOWBOX dies that creates a very cute little pillow box, as well as several other elements that you can use. On my project today, I am going to use this die frame for part of my project. If you would like to see a sample of the pillow box, please go to video number 1 for this Suite of the Month, and you will see a sample that I made. If you would like for me to create a video using the pillow box dies, please leave a comment either for this video or the video number 1 for this Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite of the Month, and I would be more than happy to put together a video for you. Now it's time to bring in my sample that I created for this and get rid of some of the other elements. And now it is time to bring in my card base for this project. I'm using Pool Party cardstock, and I have cut an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of A2 cardstock in half so that it is 4¼ inches by 11 inches and scored it at 5.5 inches. The measurements for both imperial and metric will be at the end of this video. So if you use A4 size cardstock, please reference that for the sizes you will need for your project. Let's go ahead and fold this in half. Set that over here, bringing in 2 strips of 1 inch wide, or 2.5 centimeters, by the width of my card base, which is 4¼ inches. And I'm going to bring in my Stampin' seal to attach these to my card base, leaving a little bit of a border. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and leaving the same border at the bottom. Now I need a piece of the Pool Party, which is again, the same width as my card base, and it is 3 3/4 inch wide, which I believe is 9.5 centimeters. To save time on the video, I have already pre-cut some images, 2 of these snowflakes from this die set, and then some of the little peppermint candies. And I've kept them in an old embellishment container. Now, because these are very delicate dies, I did go ahead and put adhesive sheets on the back of my cardstock before I die cut. So let's see if I can peel this off and attach these. Need my take your pick tool to get a couple of little pieces that didn't come off when I peeled off my adhesive sheet. So we're going to have one of them is going to go about here, and the other one, let's get that peeled off. The other one will go about here. Just kind of eyeballing. It doesn't have to be an exact science. Now that I have those attached onto this piece, I'm going to set this piece aside and bring in our layers for our sentiment. This is the piece that I cut out of the PILLOWBOX die set. And then here are 2 pieces that have been cut for 1 inch wide to fit in our lovely labels Pick-a-Punch. And the old olive piece is going to go in this side that's a little more flat, turning it upside down so I can see through the window. Make sure it cuts in exactly where I want it, and then do the other side. But I need to make sure that I have a long enough handle to get that through. So I'm going to take a piece of scrap and some washi tape and attach that on the end that has already been punched so that I have a little handle which will help me. And now for the basic white piece, which is going to go in the other side with the more rounded scallop edge. Again, turning it upside down so I can see through the window. And then attaching this. There we have it. The washi tape will only stick kind of temporarily. And bring in some real red ink and my Sending You Peppermint Kisses stamp. It's a very old pad, but I just keep refilling it and it seems to stamp just fine. There we go. Now these 2 pieces will be attached together, but I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and attach my ribbon to this piece. Now I've gone ahead and tied this piece. I used a longer piece and then a shorter piece and did the loop and slipped the shorter piece underneath the loop and then tightened it. If you want to see how to tie that bow, please reference the other Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite of the Month video. There we have that piece is ready to go. And this should be dry now. So let's attach this to our old olive piece. And there's just the smallest of borders around there. And then bring in some dimensionals and attach it to this red die cut piece, real red. So that gives us a nice little focal sentiment. I'll try to get that straight. It's a little hard because I can't look directly overhead because my camera is there. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and attach these together just a little tiny bit. And then we need some more dimensionals. I'm going to use a large one for this one, and I'm going to double up putting a dimensional on top of the other dimensional. And then this one, let's see, I think I can use a full one. And again, doubling up. And then let's go ahead and use a partial one. Maybe even cut that in half again for that little tiny peppermint. Again, doubling up like we did on the others. And we can go ahead and attach this piece to the front of our card base. Again, using dimensionals, using a lot of dimensionals on this layer because we don't want any saggy parts. And setting this to where we've got even border on this side and this side. So on the top and the bottom, we want kind of an even border. And then this will just kind of float on top of the card and on top of these Designer Series paper strips. Now we can go ahead and put our focal point for our sentiment focal point. About like that. Go ahead and attach this one up here. And these two down in the lower corner. So there you have that part. Now we need just a little bit of bling. So let's bring in our Take Your Pick tool and some rhinestones. Some of the basic jewels rhinestones. Put some large ones in the center of our snowflakes. And then a few others. And I'm using an odd number of rhinestones because odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. There we have the front of our card. Now, instead of taking a lot of time to watch me do the inside, I decided to just show you what I have done for the inside. So here you've got a picture of the outside and the inside. You can take a screenshot if you would like. I have again pulled in the elements of the Peppermint Candies die cut from the Designer Series paper, and another narrower strip of the Designer Series paper. And then I have just gone ahead and used this snowflake stamp in the Pool Party ink and kind of stamped off, which gives it a little bit of movement. So I really hope that you have liked this second video for the Sweet of the Month for gingerbread and peppermint. And I just love this Sending You Peppermint Kisses. I think it's just a great sentiment, and it is a wonderful winter card. Until next month, see you later. Bye.